Hello folks. Today we are going to look at Ethereum. Often it is referred to as the second most popular cryptocurrency. However, Ethereum is not just a digital currency, it is so much more. So let's unpack what that actually means. It is a platform powered by blockchain technology, which allows its users to send and receive the ETH token, a native cryptocurrency for the Ethereum network. Many people compare it with Bitcoin. They are somewhat similar but used differently. Ethereum platform supports Ether in addition to smart contracts and Dapps. But before we look at those, let's explore what EVM is. EVM stands for Ethereum Virtual Machine, considered a single, canonical computer whose state everyone agrees on. Every participant has to keep an up-to-date state of this computer. In addition, they can request to perform arbitrary computation. Those requests are processed on blockchain and, if approved, broadcasted to EVM. Let's say for example that Lisa wants to send Ether to David. She knows that David has a public address and requests EVM to process a transaction for 5 ETH. The transaction is recorded on the blockchain after miners have confirmed that Lisa has enough ETH to proceed. She also has to offer some amount of Ether to the network as an award for verifying and executing the transaction. This award is then paid correspondingly to whoever processed such a request. That is what EVM is and how it can be used by users. Not only for transactions, but for a wide variety of actions on blockchain. Smart contracts, what are they and why they are so popular? Technically, every time you want to interact with the Ethereum platform you have to write a new code to request computation from EVM. Rather than that, developers upload programs into EVM permanent storage and users are able to execute them. The programs are called smart contracts. Think of them like a vending machine. When called with certain parameters, it performs some action, computation. They are an extremely useful tool for developers who wants to build and deploy complex computational codes or service on EVM. Like Bitcoin, the main Ethereum network is public and anyone can download it to write transactions or smart contracts. However, whenever a smart contract activated, the gas fee is introduced. The payment is very small. Now it is quite a bit of money for the miner to perform calculations and validate the transaction. All you really need to know is that the gas fee is based on the size of your code and gas price, which is determined by the contract you want to run or create. Now let's have a look at decentralized applications, more known as Dapps. It is an application built on a decentralized network that combined a front-end user interface and smart contracts. They are accessible and transparent for peer review. Unlike Facebook, Twitter, or Apple that are owned and operated by an organization, giving it full authority to do whatever it wants, without users' consent. Dapps were introduced on the open-source blockchain network and thus are free from control and interference. One of the most important advantages is privacy. No one needs to confirm their identity or otherwise show who they are. They achieved it by using smart contracts that complete interaction between anonymous parties without the third party. Also, the difficulty to make code modifications, as code published to the blockchain cannot be easily changed. There is still a lot of work to be done, but the industry is growing exponentially. Whatsoever the Web3 is coming, which will make it even easier to implement Dapps for regular users. We will talk more about Web3 and what's coming in the next video, so stay tuned. Now that we have grasped an idea of how Ethereum works, let's have a look at what their roadmap is. Ethereum Layer 2.0, known as ETH2, is a transition to proof-of-stake protocol. Up to this day, Ethereum was using proof-of-work, which required a lot of computational power and so-called mining. Now, instead of mining, they will use validators who stake some of their Ether to allow participants to execute actions on EVM. The vision for Ethereum is to build an unstoppable censorship-resistant self-sustaining decentralized world computer that can perform calculations, store data, and allow communications. The technology is currently immature, but as more people use and develop on it, it will improve and become more robust. What Bitcoin did for money and payments by harnessing blockchain technology, Ethereum may do for applications of all shapes and sizes. Smart contracts can be built to carry out all sorts of functions without the need for a trusted third party or central authority. Hope you enjoyed this educational video. Support us with a like and subscription to our channel below.